And welcome back to day 37 of How to Fix the World in 80 Days, and today's subject is social justice warriors. Half the world thinks they need to go, the other half thinks they're exactly what we need. So it's time to figure out once and for all, what exactly is a social justice warrior, and should we even care? So if we Google social justice warrior, here's the definition you get. A person who believes in socially progressive views. What does that even mean? For some people, progress means gay people can get married. For others, it's the complete opposite. So right off the bat, I have a problem with that definition. Of course, if you live in the real world, you'll know that a social justice warrior is a capital L left-leaning radical who takes otherwise socially acceptable views and takes them way too far. If you find yourself being constantly micro-triggered or professionally offended, you might just be an SJW. So Phil, how do we tell the difference between someone who's legitimately protesting and someone who's become the dreaded SJW? Well, I can tell you that it's not always easy, but why don't we look at some scenarios and you can be the judge. It's perfectly normal to stand up and speak proudly for something that you believe in, but you might be an SJW if you do it during oncoming traffic in rush hour. Assholes. It's logical to be upset if your school brought in a speaker whose views you happen to not agree with, but you might be an SJW if you block the entrance, storm the stage, and ruin the show for everyone who actually bought a ticket. Losers. And last one, I think it's great that men are standing up for women's rights, but you might be an SJW if you believe so aggressively in women's rights that you are literally willing to roundhouse kick a woman because she happens to be pro-life. If that's not the literal definition for irony, I don't know what is. So you see, we all have our own opinions on how to best achieve social change. But whether you agree with them or not, some of this behavior from social justice warriors is just unacceptable. The ends need to justify the means. And that's what's so frustrating about these SJWs. They've literally become everything they claim to hate. They take things out of context. They constantly use fake statistics. They're completely uncompromising. They always think their opinion is more important than everyone else's. I mean, how are they any different from these guys? If you're willing to use the same methods they do, why do you think you're gonna be any better? So just to finish my little monologue here, I don't know if you guys called yourselves social justice warriors or if it's the right who did that just to make fun of you, but either way, I suggest you focus less on the warrior and more on the justice. If you really want to see change, you need to inspire people, you need to bring them together, not tear them apart. And I get that you believe strongly in something. I respect that, I really do. But you need to understand that not everyone in the world has the same opinions as you do. And if your idea of social justice is forcing, publicly shaming, physically assaulting people into believing the same things that you do, then that's not social justice, that's fascism. I thought that's what you guys were trying to get rid of, isn't it? That doesn't sound like a world that I want to live in. Do you?